Yesterday, a client came to a coaching session wanting to talk about self-image, specifically about creating or having a new self-image. She felt that the image she had had for herself for some time was no longer serving her, and she wanted to look at how to change that. Well, very early on, I forget exactly what I asked, but what came up for her was the notion of allowing, that a new self-image would arise when she allowed a new self-image to arise. I think the question I asked her was something like, where do you think your self-image comes from? And I'll ask you that. Where do you think your self-image comes from? It's easy to think, well, it comes from my history, it comes from my family of origin, it comes from my accomplishments. And all of that boils down to, it comes from how you think about yourself. Your self-image is always and only the sum of your thinking about yourself in the moment. And I know that's obvious, right? But there are really important implications for it. The most important implication for it is that your self-image is as fleeting as a thought. The image that you have today that perhaps is burdening you, and you think, oh my God, life would be so much different, richer, bigger, better, faster, higher, if I could get out from under my low self-image. Well, the only thing holding that self-image in place is your conviction that you have it. The key, I think, to a better self-image is to think less about yourself. Because when you think less about yourself, when you think less about how you see yourself, that allowing begins to happen. And you can begin to inhabit your life without the filter of thinking about how you want to think about yourself. And the more you are simply there in your life, acting in the moment, responding in the moment, the freer your thinking is to move and respond with the present, free of the burden of all those things you've thought about yourself in the past. Long story short, self-image is not a thing you carry that you need to move or change when it gets tired and worn or burdensome. Self-image is always arising in the moment. It's as fleeting and fluid as a thought. And in any moment, a new thought can arise. Allow that new thought to arise about who you are, and just let yourself be surprised. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are. Thanks, and take care.